Great day, people. It is Friday, June 5th. I know I have not come on here lately. I try not to make it, I guess I should kind of, hey, every Tuesday, but man, life happens. It's kind of hard to stick to a schedule, and I don't want to box in Yahua because if I come on every Tuesday, he might have a word every Tuesday, but I'm not trying to box him in. So I'm sorry. I apologize. I haven't been on here lately. I've been super, super busy with work, and it's kind of, sort of just slowing down just a little bit where I'm actually up and I'm studying uh, the word. So for the past 3 days, my Sefer opened to Second Samuel, and I've been reading about David and the ark. And I'm sure you remember the story. He carried the ark. The guy touched the ark. The guy died. David got mad. He said, how are we supposed to carry this ark? He put it in a town. Guess what? He put it in an Edomite town. Edomite. And so the man who held on to the ark for a year was super blessed. King David said, oh, we're going to take back our ark and put it back in. Fast forward. So the ark is in his town. Also, his wife got really mad because he was worshiping and praising. And she said, oh, you don't look like royalty. You're out there dancing like the common people, and your robe is just flying all over the place. And he said, you know what? The handmaids would worship me. And because of her hard heart, her hardness, she never had a baby. She never got pregnant. Yahuwah shut her womb up. So think about that. But that's not the point that got me here. So I got to the end of that, and in chapter 7 of Second Samuel, David said he wants to make a house for Yahuwah. And the prophet Nathan said, do everything that's in your heart, for Yahuwah is with you. That's another point. Like, Yahuwah is with us. We just have to go and move and do for him to bless us. Sometimes we overthink things. Me. We overthink it. We think it. We think it. We plan it out. Oh, I'm going to do this. And don't do one single thing. So while he's thinking about it, making this tabernacle for Yahuwah, he says these words to Yahuwah. Wait, let me back up. No, that's right. So he's sitting before Yahuwah, and he says all of these beautiful, poetic words. And when I'm reading these words, this is in 7:18 to 29. I'm not going to read them all. That wasn't a point why I got on here. But he's saying all these beautiful, beautiful words. And it's like, wow, it's so poetic. You know, and we're supposed to love Yahuwah with our whole heart, our soul, our mind, and our strength. And it should be a love language to Yahuwah, because that's what he's looking for from us, the ones he created. He's looking for us to just be in love with him. And I've been so in love with Yahuwah for so long, even before I knew he was Yahuwah, because he saved me from out of a dark, dirty, miry pit. Like it was a tar pit. I was stuck in it. I was stuck in sin. And when he pulled me out and I could see, and I looked around and I said, that's where I came from? You pulled me from out of that? You loved me so much that you pulled me from out of that? And ever since then, it's been love. And then that's when I realized how much he loves me and you and all of us. But it's a matter of turn around. Do you love him? Everybody doesn't love him. They don't even know what real love is, because they're looking for so many outwardly things. They're looking for houses and fame and money and so many other things that has nothing to do with our heart towards him and how he sees us. So David says all of these beautiful, beautiful things. And when I get to the end, 7:28, Now, I wrote a whole post. I'll probably keep the post up. And when I did the post, excuse me, I realized that the world, the church, the powers that be, Satan, wants us to delineate between the Old and the New Testament. There's a separation. And in our Bibles, our Sefer, our words. My revelation for this week, I think, has been, maybe longer, I don't think there's supposed to be a separation between the Old and the New Testament. I don't think there is an Old and a New Testament. Yes, Yahusha came, the veil was torn, but also Yahusha said, I have come to fulfill the word. Not one yod or tittle will pass away, which means that he didn't separate it, the old from the new. The church decided that there was an old and a new. And I'm going to have to do some research on this, but this is just a revelation this morning. And why do I say there's no separation between the old and the new? A couple of reasons. First reason, they want us to not study the old, quote unquote. Because if you study the old, the answers are in the old, which means that if the answers are in the old, it's not old. Like a lot of the prophecies that were spoken in the Old Testament have not happened yet. They haven't come to pass yet. It's for a future time. For now, it hasn't happened. So if it hasn't happened, how can it be old? Seems like that would be new, like current, like right now. And then when you go to the New Testament, the New Testament points to the Old Testament. They go together. They're fluid. You can't have one without the other. Analogy. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know, crazy analogy, but this is just what popped in my head. So it must be Yahuwah. When you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, usually most people put peanut butter on one slice of the bread, and then they put jelly on the other slice of the bread. Then they put them together. And if you try to pull that bread apart, you'll see peanut butter and jelly mixed together. I think that's what the Old and the New Testament is. I think they're together, and when you pull them apart, you can't have one without the other. If you have a Sefer, not the 66 Bible, the 66 only has 66 books. The Sefer has the 66 and the Apocrypha. And in this Sefer, not the 66, and if it's in the 66, the word is so small, most people pass it up. You need you need one of these to see the little itty bitty words, and then it's still small. But in the Sefer, the quote unquote New Testament points to the Old Testament, and it points to the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is the hidden books that people say, oh, it's not biblical, it's not this, it's not this. But it was the Catholic Church that decided it was not what they should put in the Bible. It was not what they put in the Word, but they read it and they studied it, but they didn't want us to read it and study it. King James decided, that's why he created the King James Bible, and he left out a lot of stuff, but he put in some stuff. But he translated the Bible, the Word, into the King James Version because he was tired of the Catholic Church telling him what he could and could not read, and he had to depend on them. He said the people shouldn't have to depend on the church to know the Word for themselves. So hence why we got the interpretation. But so when I read, I was trying to get to 8. I didn't even make it to 2 Samuel 8 this morning, because when you read, it should grow. It should spark something. You should meditate on it and think about it. And it shouldn't be check, read 7, check, read 8, check, read 9, and you didn't read it. You're not getting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the word. You're just reading it. This is why I don't read, what do you call these? I can't think of what they're called. It was on the tip of my tongue and I lost it. I don't read this is not what it is, but you'll figure it out. I don't read the interpretations. I don't read, like every day you have a different word of the day regarding a Bible scripture. I don't like those. And I stopped reading those many, many years ago, almost 20 years ago. It may have been 20 years ago, because I said, this is somebody else's interpretation of what they're reading. I want to know what the word says. I don't care what you say. Yes, I know I'm up here telling you what I say, but I'm pointing you to the word, and I want to know what the word says. I want to know what Yahuwah says. Hence why I've gotten here, because I'm reading the word and I'm meditating on the word. So I want to know what the word says. So I go to the word, and I don't like to read a Bible in a year. How are you going to read a Bible in a year? Because you have to study it. There is no way. It will take me a few years to read the Bible in a year, because I'm examining it. I'm pulling it apart. I'm looking at my concordance. I'm trying to understand what the word means. I'm not reading a Bible in a year just to say that I read. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a studier of the word. I'm not just reading the word. Yeah, I do read the word, but I'm studying what I'm reading. So let me get to where I'm going with this. I understand now why the people get on YouTube and they say all of this stuff, and it's like, just get to the point. Tell me what the plan is. I'm doing the exact same thing, you guys. Okay. So I got here when I got the revelation that the old and the new are one. This is why I read David's words in 7. Let's start at 27. Nope, let's start at 26. Nope, let's start at 25. Nope, let's start at 24. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, 24. 2 Samuel 7, 24. This is King David. He's in his closet with Yahuwah, spending time with him, talking to him, thinking about him, meditating, praying, praising, which is what we're supposed to do. This is how King David became the apple of Yahuwah's eye. This is how. So 24 says, for you have confirmed to yourself your people, Yisrael or Israel, to be a people unto you forever. That's the first. That's why I backed all the way up. Forever. What does forever mean? Forever. Never ending. Happening right now forever. And you, Yahuwah, are become their Elohim, their God, but capital G, capital Elohim. And now, O Yahuwah Elohim, the word that you have spoken concerning your servant and concerning his house. Remember I said he wanted to build a tabernacle for Yahuwah. Establish it forever. What does forever mean? Forever. Still going on. And do as you have said. 26. And let your name be magnified forever. What does forever mean? Forever. Still going on, even now. Saying, Yahua Tseva'oth. So, what struck me, and when I went back to 6, he didn't call just Yahuwah Yahuwah. He also calls Yahuwah Elohim You are the only Savior, the only saving God, capital God. I'm going to say God so you'll understand. So Tseva'oth is the Elohim of war, of fighting. So Yahuwah has different names. Why is that? Why does he have different names? We say he is one, but he is also Yahua Tseva'oth. So it says his name shall be magnified forever, saying Yahua Tseva'oth is the Elohim over Yisrael, Israel. And let the house of your servant David be established before you. So he's fighting for Yisrael forever. If you read Revelation 2:9 and Revelation 3:9, it says those who say they are the Jews are really the synagogue of Satan. There's so much deception going around. There's people saying, oh, the church is the new Yisrael, Israel. That's not true. Nowhere does that say that in the Bible. That's deception. That's a lie. So you won't know who you are. Who is Yisrael? They refuse from day one. They refuse to want us to know who we are because they hate us so much. There's no way that they can think that there's anything good in us. That's satanic. It's not the people. It's Satan. That's okay, though. I'm not worried about it. Yahua Tseva'oth is fighting for us. Verse 27. For you, O Yahua Tseva'oth, Elohai of Yisrael, our Yahuwah, have revealed to your servants, saying, I will build you a house. Therefore, has your servant found in his heart to pray this prayer unto you. And then he prays this most beautiful prayer. 28. And now, O Adonai Yahuwah, you are that Elohim. It's like you are that. You are famous. You are the one. You are Elohim. You are the God. Not the little God. You are the big Elohim, the big God, the big dog. You are famous. And your words be true. And you have promised this goodness unto your servant. Psalms, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. That applies to us. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Verse 29, this is where I got the revelation from, you guys. Therefore, now let it please you to bless the house of your servant, that it may continue forever before you. For you, O Adonai Yahuwah, have spoken it. And with your blessing, let the house of your servant be blessed forever. Guess what? Guess what? We are the house of David forever. You are the house of David forever. If you believe in the name Yahuwah and your eyes have been opened and you're not falling to the prey of deception of the broad road or the yellow brick road, go look for my message in my playlist that talks about the yellow brick road. I explain it all. If you believe in Yahuwah and you have repented and said, forgive me for not knowing your name. Forgive me for calling on other gods, other Elohims, but the one and true Yahuwah. If you are the house of Yisrael, the house of Yehuda, Judah, Weda, you are in this house forever and you are blessed forever. Why is this old if this is forever? Forever's not old. forever is, it moves. It's fluid. It's still going on. It has not stopped. So why is that old? This is not the Old Testament. This is just Testament. I don't think they're supposed to be separated. I don't think they are. And maybe somebody else has gotten a revelation, because I'm telling you, when I get the revelation and then I start looking at, there's certain people that I follow. I don't follow all of them. Some of them I started with and I'm like, I don't like where this person is going, so I don't watch them anymore. I'm not the only one getting the revelations, you guys. If you read and study, you will also get the revelation. I had my women's Bible study Saturday, and one of my sisters, I was talking about stuff and she said, oh my gosh, I just studied that yesterday and during the week and da-da-da-da. So when somebody's telling you something, it should be that's a confirmation. It shouldn't be, this is new. It should be a revelation. It should be a confirmation. You will be blessed forever. It's still going on. You are blessed now, forever. Goodness and mercy are following you all the days of your life, and we shall live long in the land of the living. You heard what I said? We shall live long. You got to study. You can't believe the lies, you guys. There's so much deception. I know I've said it before, there's a cloak of witchcraft over, I'm going to say just this nation, but it's over the whole earth. It's a cloak of witchcraft. Some people are finally waking up. Some people are half waking up. They're getting part of the truth, but they're still being deceived. And then they're going around telling other people, now you're deceiving a whole nother group of people. But this is how I see it. It must be Yahuwah. He gives strong delusion. He doesn't want everybody to know everything. He knows the plans and the purpose for our life. I don't know. We know in part. We know prophecy in part. Don't worry, we're going to get it. It's all coming together. Have faith. And do not fear. These are good times, you guys. You know why these are good? Because the forever is coming to pass. Be blessed, you guys. I love you. I just had to come on and do this. Oh, man, I thought this was a 5-minute message. It's a 22-minute message. Be blessed, you guys. Have a great, fantastic day. Not a day of mourning, but a great, fantastic day. Love you. See you next time. I don't know when that'll be. Have a great day.